Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Forging Marlin the Elite, the movie. I'm Lane and I will be taking you through these fly-throughs of the maps that we made for this movie. Obviously massive spoilers ahead. You've been warned. And also, if you want to see more of these maps, you can find the gamertag Marlin the Elite in Halo Reach, and all of these maps, or almost all of them, are on the file share. So today we're going to be looking at the government building stuff. Here we're starting with the map that we used for the exterior of the building. This is one of the scenes where we chose to make separate sets for the exterior and then the interior. This is mainly due to just making it easier in terms of trying to fit everything into one building. And then also, of course, because of budget, to be less strain on the pieces that we could use. So here we have the building. It's kind of out floating on water. Unfortunately, because we were forging this in split screen, we do have that water lapping over the ground. That is one of my regrets. Hopefully it doesn't detract too much. So then here we have the area where Marlin and Lemonman go up and get onto this fire escape area. And they climb up here and they go into this vent. Now, obviously when they go into the vent, as you're going to see, there is nothing inside. It's just a dead end. So when they go into the vent, that's when we cut to the interior map that we created, which you'll be seeing soon. So let's go around to the front of the building. While we did not build, the inside of the building, we did build the lobby area so that they could walk in. As you can see, there's the desk where the receptionist tells them to go away. There's a little waiting area in there. And then there's another area in this next room. So we did use some of this when the Gigabuster and his henchmen were walking to the elevator. But then obviously once you get past this point, it's just an empty space. So not much to see in there. Now let's move on to the interior set that we made. For this, we tried to make the whole of the interior stuff within the hangar area. So as you can see, there's lots of spaces in here. It's pretty much jam-packed with stuff. These are all the interior rooms and an elevator shaft as well. All of these rooms, they look connected when you watch it in the movie, but obviously there are lots of dead ends and places where they lead to nowhere. But that's the magic of movie making. So, starting out here, we have some teleporters to help take you up to certain places. This first teleporter is going to take us up to the vent entrance. This would be at the top of the building, like I showed you earlier. So it's being filmed from this angle to look like it is at the top of the building, although you can't tell. And they walk this way, and it's a dead end. Nowhere to go. So that's one section. Now we have another teleporter that's going to take us up to that vent area. That's the main area where we see them crawling through. So we have a dead end right there. They come this way. The camera's at the other end of this long walkway, this vent area. We have another branch off right here. I don't think we ended up using this, but there's another area to film in, and it just dead ends. So this area goes over here, another dead end. But this is where the camera is to give that long shot of Marlin and Lemonman walking through. And then down here, below me, we have the archive room. Marlin jumps down there and goes into the archive room. There's 2 layers to this. He jumps down onto the this top layer, and then sneaks down to the bottom. We built some shelving units to house the birth certificates, which Marlin searches through. It's a nice opportunity to have him sneak around there and try and avoid being caught. So then outside the room, we see here to the left, nothing. I think a camera flies down here at one point for one of the shots. Right there is that's the elevator shaft that we'll get to. And then to the right here, there's a walkway, a hallway area, I should say, that leads us back to here. So that man cannon leads us up to this area. That's just for convenience in order to get us up there. This is all the elevator shaft area. Again, you can see how crammed all this stuff is. We try to fit everything in here, kind of like a real soundstage for a movie. So here, this teleporter takes us up to this vent area. Now, back there, you can go through there, and that leads somewhere else. But here we have the vent area where Marlin and Lemon Man jump across. They come from this area, which, again, dead end. But this elevator shaft, we can see the elevator in here. It's only 3 floors, although in the movie, hopefully it doesn't appear that way. We made another elevator shaft, which you'll see in a second. But there's three layers to this. All 3 layers you can walk through. We have little rooms on each one that can be entered and exited through. Each one is a little bit different. This one's more expansive, and we go down here and we have this stairway area that supposedly goes up to the other floors. Once again, dead end. Who would have thunk? But if you turn around, there's an access area for our convenience. See, that's where the teleporter was. So if you wanted to, you could go through that teleporter, go backwards, and jump up to this 3rd floor area. Just a quicker way to get up here. Here we have the elevator. Obviously, it doesn't move. The way we moved it was by using Forge mode. So what someone would have to do is we'd have to go into a Forge session and, have all the actors, all of our actors and stuff in here. And someone would grab the elevator and move it up and down. Kind of took some finagling to make it move smoothly. We had the Forge option set so that the monitor would appear to be invisible, or at least cloaked. So that did help a little bit with trying to avoid getting the monitor in shots. But this took a lot of coordination, a lot of time, and we had to integrate a lot of blue screen stuff in there because you can't put a camera onto a moving object in Halo Theater. So let's move on to this blue screen set. This blue screen stage was made by Genetic Spartan. Many thanks to him for doing that. We did modify it by putting the elevator in. So for all of the interior elevator shots, or the shots where people are on top of the elevator and it's moving, we use this. We had people standing here, and we placed the camera around here, and then we replaced the background with footage of an elevator shaft, which we will get to right now. This elevator shaft, as you can tell, heck of a lot bigger. There's definitely more than 3 floors on this puppy, but here's what the outside looks like. It's not being seen by anyone. Looks messy. And so all the floors in here are pretty much just like doorways, since no one's going to be walking through them. There's only space enough in here to fit the camera through in theater mode. There's no actors that need to be on this set. This is just for pretty much getting a plate that we can put in instead of the blue screen. So lots of floors in there. If you go into them, they're pretty much all dead end. So we have the camera moving up and down. And then when we put that over the elevator, as you can see there, dead end. When we put that over the elevator, it looks like it's moving. So in theater, I'd try and wedge the camera around in here and move it up and down. Actually trickier than you might think to get it to go smoothly. But hey, it worked. And hopefully the end result is that you think it is a giant elevator shaft in a big building. And hopefully we succeeded. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Tune in next time where we will be exploring the library set and Marlin's parents' house, which is rigged with explosives. Sure to be fun. So until then, take care.